This podcast is for informational purposes only and is not intended to be used as personalized medical advice. If you're having a surgical procedure, there are distinct advantages to using an outpatient surgical center rather than the traditional hospital stay. Just ahead, a look at the special features of an outpatient surgery center with Dr. Christopher Sheu, orthopedic surgeon at Skagit Regional Health. Dr. Sheu specializes in sports medicine and minimally invasive arthroscopic, reconstructive, and replacement surgery of the shoulder, hip, and knee. Welcome to Be Well with Skagit Regional Health. I'm Amanda Wild. Dr. Sheu, great to have you here.
Hi, Amanda. Thanks for having me.
So let's start with basics. What is an outpatient surgery center exactly?
An outpatient surgery center basically is a healthcare facility where we perform surgical procedures that do not require an overnight hospital stay.
And what does that mean in terms of what types of procedures are performed in an outpatient surgery center?
So typically, surgeries that are less complicated, that are minimally invasive, surgeries that don't require overnight hospitalizations are the ones that are performed at surgery centers.
Well, what about the safety factor? Is it safe to have surgery outside of a hospital at an outpatient surgery center?
Absolutely. The surgeries that are candidates for the surgery center typically have lower complication rates, lower infection rates, and usually patients spend less time of their day at the medical facilities than their counterparts at the hospital. Typically, these patients are screened, and based on their comorbidities and health issues, only special candidates are included for those that have surgeries at the surgery center.
But it seems like it's becoming more and more common as these minimally invasive surgeries are becoming more common. Is that right?
That is correct.
What are the benefits of having a procedure at the outpatient surgery center?
There's a couple key factors that I think distinguish an outpatient surgery center from a traditional hospital. Typically, patients that do have surgeries at the surgery centers do not have complex medical issues, and only those patients are able to have their surgeries at the surgery center. Convenience and accessibility, I think, is another advantage. Our surgery center is in the same building as the new orthopedic and sports medicine clinic, which is also on the third floor of the surgery center. Time, I think, is another advantage. There's some research conducted that show that the time spent by a patient in a surgery center is about 26% less than the time spent in a hospital for the exact same surgery. And then reduced stress and predictable scheduling. Typically, in a surgery center, there are no emergent cases that could possibly bump your surgery. And so you have a pretty good idea of when you're getting to the surgery center and when you're leaving.
So there are a bunch of advantages: lower stress, less time spent, more predictable. What does it mean in terms of healing?
It's great. In terms of healing, a lot of times you're able to heal in the comfort of your own home.
Tell me about the Mount Vernon Surgery Center specifically. What are some of the features there?
We've got an integrated OR, an operating room, and endoscopy suites, basically that connects technology, information, and personnel throughout the hospital. And it's really nice. We've got the latest and greatest technologies incorporated into the surgery center. We've got new types of cases that we're going to be performing at the surgery center. And we've got the entire spectrum of orthopedics, pain, spine, podiatry, ear, nose, throat, GI, and general surgery procedures.
So really, this marriage of the best technology matched to its best purposes, along with the human element there. Is there anything else you would like to add that we may not know about outpatient surgery?
We're really excited to bring this to the community, just the opportunity to bring the latest and greatest technologies to our region. This also helps attract the best and brightest surgeons, PAs, and hospital staff.
I couldn't imagine it working any other way. So as a patient, you're in great hands at Mount Vernon Surgery Center. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. We're excited to sign people up as well as to introduce our new technologies to the community.
Well, thank you, Dr. Sheu, for making this service accessible.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for having me, Amanda.
That was orthopedic surgeon Dr. Christopher Sheu. Visit SkagitRegionalHealth.org to learn more. If you found this podcast helpful, please share it on your social channels and check the full podcast library for topics of interest to you. Thanks for listening to Be Well, the podcast from Skagit Regional Health.